Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and I want you to watch this footage. This is a very shocking one, and it does shows that the Ukraine war has changed again. So let's watch this. So this is the footage. This is the Alligator, the Ka-52, I think, which is the Russian attack helicopter. It got intercepted by a drone. And then you can see that it got shot down, basically by a drone. Helicopters cost a lot of money. And then the drone after that went after the pilots. And it's great that the video did not show that the killing of the people. But this is a show of how helicopters in Ukraine war is becoming obsolete. Because you just can't fly. The drones has enough firepower and explosive to actually take down a helicopter. According to the geolocators of military summary, they have geolocated the shot down is around Nadievka. This is actually in the Dnipro front. This is in the Donetsk region, but is part of the Dnipro front. It's southwest of Pokrovsk city, and the distance of the shot down, as you can see from the front line, is around 6 kilometers. And of course, the Ukrainians are not going to fly drones out of Novomykolaiivka. I would say that they probably fly it out from Marievka or Bilyakivka, and this is around 9 to 10 kilometers, which is where I feel like, is the range of drones. And around 10 kilometers, basically drones can fly further, but I think effective range is probably around 10. And they intercepted the helicopters, which is carrying out some kind of probably rocket pod strikes. And it does put into question, is it even worth it to send helicopters, even Sukhoi 25, on strike missions in the context of a Ukraine war situation, where you do not have absolute air supremacy due to the effectiveness of drones. Sukhoi 25, maybe they can get away because they are fast, but helicopters a bit hard, and this really put into question. You can see the helicopter pilot probably saw the drone too late. And if I'm not wrong, I saw another you can see this is the one. I saw a longer footage of this. The original footage I saw was on Instagram, but I cannot find the actual one. This is actually a second one. This drone actually, this strike on the helicopter is actually the second pass. It was going after one helicopter, but it was a bit too far. By the time it reached the helicopter position, the helicopter already overshot it. So the helicopter the drone turned around and struck the second helicopter, because the helicopters don't operate alone. So this is actually the second helicopter, and it hit it. And like I say, the helicopter is super expensive. The pilot is expensive. They probably have two pilots on it, and then the armaments, the machine, the maintenance, all this is very expensive. It puts into question, is it still meaningful to send out helicopters in the front line for at least the Ukraine war situation? But of course, in the future big battle, war peer level combat, if countries all stock up on FPV drones and train up FPV operators and become a norm throughout all military, then helicopters might actually become just a transport thing. It can no longer be an offensive thing, just like armored vehicles right now. Armored vehicles like tanks, all this, they can only act as fire support. They can no longer be used as a frontline weaponry. Sending armored vehicles out is suicide mission nowadays. And there's actually another footage which is a lot more brutal that was sent to me by Vaughn from DP Open Mind, and it was shocking. Then after that, I saw the geolocation for it. There was a video footage from a month ago where the Ukrainian this crew of 5 or 6 people decided to rush their armored vehicle, which is totally turtle up, but not sure why they went on a very long distance suicide mission. They just rushed through, and then in the end the vehicle got destroyed. They came out, but everybody died. And I mean, in today's age, there's no longer reasons why you should do something like this. There is no way you can actually just charge in and expect something to be done, especially if you're just one vehicle. If you charge in with 20, you're going to win, because there's not going to be so many drone operators to take out 20 vehicles. And in fact, 20 vehicles can storm much further. You will lose a few vehicles. I would say a quarter of them will be gone. Like 5 vehicles will be destroyed. But the 20, if they keep rushing through, they could potentially make a breakthrough. But then after the 20 behind, you need to have more forces to punch in. That's the armored fist. It will still work. However, Ukraine and Russia no longer do armored fists. No, they all have PTSD out of it. And now helicopters is gone as well. The warfare is grinding down to a halt. It's a bit like the cavalry in World War I. They suddenly realized cavalry is utterly useless because machine gun just gun them down easily. So and until the moment of the tank for the Ukraine war appear, the evolution of tank in World War I, which largely defeated the machine guns. Now we need this new evolution of weaponry that can defeat the drones. I think the stalemate will continue. But anyway, that's all. Just a quick video, just a reaction video regarding some of the war footages. This is a new idea or segment. Instead of just spamming war porns and a lot of videos putting together, it can be done. It's just a lot more editing need to be done. But I think I was thinking, maybe this can be a new type of series where if I see interesting video footages out of the war, and maybe I can talk about it, because I probably will not talk about it in the SIP-RAP or the Frontline Changes report. And I think this is a different perspective of things. Maybe you guys might be interested in my perspective. Like, I'm not the arbiter of truth. I'm just sharing my point of view after seeing so much in the Ukraine war. Of course, I think a lot of you guys actually watch a lot more war porn than me. I don't. I'm not so interested in war porn nowadays, because I feel very sad about this conflict, which is utterly pointless. Especially right now with the Iran war ongoing, suddenly everybody lost their interest in the Ukraine war. I'm quite sure that the people fighting on the ground is feeling very neglected. Yes, they're still fighting. The mission have not changed. Nothing have changed. But suddenly the lack of global attention, I feel, does eat into the psyche of the soldiers. Like, what are we doing over here? Like, why are we fighting even? Like, is there even a meaning? Like, nobody cares. We're just fighting. I feel like that is going to be eating into the soldiers. Like, I'm quite sure they feel it, especially I think it's both sides. The Russian soldiers and the Ukrainian soldiers both are gonna feel it. Like, we're just killing each other. My buddies are dying, and no one cares. Like, and if they understand a bit of geopolitics, they will realize that it's not even going to change anything. It does not matter what they do, because the world is changing so quickly. Because Donald Trump is going crazy. It's like, like using US power everywhere, and the world of the geopolitics have changed entirely. The entire Ukraine war is becoming more and more pointless in a way. Yes, Russia is still defending their own national interests, their own sovereign interests, and preventing a future war. But by the look of it, they are never going to conquer Ukraine. Ukraine is also not going to collapse by the look of it. And with all these Russian friends all taken out one by one, it's looking really bad, for the Russians. So let's see. But anyway, just to talk about, this is just the new series I want to try. Maybe it's fine, you'll find it useful. But of course, I'm not going to show war gore. There's no gore in the videos because YouTube don't allow. But that's about it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys. Happy birthday to you if your birthday today. I'll see you guys in the next update.